again, because that's how I roll in the year 2012. Can you believe that? Hopefully you guys, when I say something like 2012 when I meant 2011, hopefully my guests this week are going to support me and correct me way ahead of time. And don't wait until like on segment number 2. But if you've never watched AZW In The Zone before, it's a roundtable discussion show with some of your favorite AZW stars. And we're going to talk everything and anything pro wrestling. My guest at this time, to my far right, he is the high-flying daredevil himself, Jet Akuma. Jet Akuma, welcome. This is your first time on AZW In The Zone.
My first time, Spirits Nights at Carl Zakabi. You made me get on here, but I like it on here.
And next to him, he is the one-man musical, the musical martial artist. He is rock hard, Rocko Shinoda. What's up, Rocko? Welcome back to In The Zone.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm here to answer all your questions.
And last, and certainly not least, he did such an awesome job, just like I did, that I'm bringing him back. He's like my Ed McMahon. He is Arthur Pinpin.
Seriously, that theme song is awesome. Is it on iTunes? Is it on iTunes?
I don't know, but it's a great theme song. We have the best theme song music here in AZW. Speaking of theme song music, thanks for giving me an idea for a question, by the way, Arthur. That's why you're my Ed McMahon. Well, anyway, speaking of theme songs, I want to ask you guys, who is, besides yourselves, who has your favorite entrance music in AZW? Start off with you, Jet Akuma.
Favorite entrance in AZW? I have to give it to Mark Anarchy.
Mark Anarchy.
Because I remember hearing that song of Triple X and I was like, I like this song because it's so hard. And then it's like, he comes out to him like, really? You took the song? Really?
Wait,
really?
You were watching Triple X?
Yeah.
And it was hard.
Yeah, it was hard. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't play around with my words.
Oh, okay, I got what you're saying.
You know,
that's why I'm the host. I gotta make sure, you know, I gotta hear things, and I'm getting older, you know. But so, what about in all of pro wrestling? Like, you like Mark's entrance for AZW, but what about in wrestling in general? What has been your favorite entrance song, entrance theme?
Entrance song for any, I have to go to Chikara's Osirian Portal, because it matches him and also has that kind of hip hop beat. Plus they do that dance, you know, yeah, the Osirian Portal.
All right. How about you, Rocko? Who has your favorite entrance music, entrance theme, entrance in general in AZW?
In AZW, I gotta go with Kenu Takadoki. I just love his theme music. It gets me pumped up. Kumata, Kumata. Yeah, that's right.
And what about in pro wrestling in general? Who's
In
your
general, I say the very first theme song that I loved since starting watching wrestling, the Fabulous Rougeau Brothers.
Is that the one? All American Boys.
I just love it. It's just so catchy.
I wasn't born.
It's sarcastic. I just love it.
I used to love when they used to start. How do you go? I'm Jacques, and I'm Raymond, and we're the Fabulous Rougeau. And they get the flags. They're awesome. Good choice, my friend. Good choice.
Yeah.
And Mr. Pinpin, how about who has your favorite entrance song?
In AZW?
In AZW first, and then in general after that.
No, he isn't currently wrestling right now, but Crazy Chris Jones. It's a dumb song. It's the hamster dance song, but it's so catchy and the kids love it. Why don't referees have theme songs? Because you don't want to hear the same song like 6 times every night.
Oh gosh.
Arthur,
really?
Arthur, you want your own theme song?
I want my own theme
What would be
song.
your theme song, Arthur?
please tell.
I'm shiny.
Wow.
I'm shining all
Same
over.
like last
to the
week.
movie The
Same
I'm
like
a
the last
shiny
episode.
star.
Same like the last
Scary
episode.
song.
No matter who you are.
It takes more than a week to grow hair, people. It takes more than a week to grow hair.
It takes less than a minute to shave it off.
Wow. Wow.
No, if you had a theme song, what would be your theme song?
Wow, put me on the spot. I don't know, I don't have one. If there's one that says call it right down the middle. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
You know, it'd be a good theme song for referees, like the count. You know, from
the count.
just so you guys know how to count.
We're gonna have the lightning.
1, 2, 3, It was 2. Yeah, how about that? What
I
about
second that.
what about in general? You like KCJ? You like his entrance music, not
Yes,
his
it is.
scent, right?
No, not at all.
Not the
no.
smell.
Not the scent,
It's
please,
hard.
not
He-
the scent.
He smells like where he comes from.
And where is that?
Hillbilly Bill.
Isn't he billed from like Kahimohala or something? The psych ward at something.
Right.
He smells like the psych ward.
Yo.
And what about in general? Who has your favorite entrance?
Oh, in all of wrestling, gosh, Macho Man Randy Savage. I mean,
Pomp and circumstance, right?
yes, it's so closely associated with like graduations that everyone knows the song. Everyone knows it. It's a timeless song. And then when you hear it, you know he's coming out, and you know that like a great match is gonna happen. So, yeah, Macho Man. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Nobody asked me the question, but I'm gonna answer it anyway.
Okay.
For me, my favorite entrance, overall, like in general, like I liked Gangrel. Gangrel was always my favorite. You know, with coming out with the flames coming out with that, you know, just the way the walk and everything. That was always a favorite of mine. Was Gangrel. And in AZW, I think my favorite entrance.
Headsprung.
No, I just said, can I be myself? You know what I'm saying? That's not my favorite. But I would have to go. You know what? I gotta admit, I like Rock Hard, Rocko Shinoda's entrances. I like when he switches it up and then he got a new routine. Just when you get comfortable with one routine, bang, you got a new one. My favorite though, Rocko, I gotta say, my favorite from yours is still the Sabaki dance routine you did. That was still my favorite. To this day, when I hear that Avril Lavigne song, Avril Lavigne. To this day, when I hear that song, I don't see nothing but Rocko with the Sabaki mask jam into that song.
I don't remember this.
You probably wasn't there, that's why.
Oh, he was there.
Oh, you was there?
I was there. I just don't remember. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm lost in this.
Hey, you gotta get
You lost to the trendsetters.
Oh, that's what
you lost to. That's probably why you probably was backstage crying about how you lost to me and Akuma.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be the one. Yeah, so I like it.
You did like that.
Yeah, I did like that, and I do enjoy your entrances. I gotta admit.
Thanks.
and I do enjoy Chris Kavanaugh's as well. Like it's a oldie but a goodie.
Oh yeah.
That'll be mine, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Agreed.
Now let's move on to rivalries, because I know we haven't asked that with some of you guys. What have been some of your favorite rivalries in AZW that you've enjoyed watching just as a fan, like just sitting back watching? What has been some of your favorite rivalries? I'll start with Arthur Pinpin.
Oh, okay. I think number one would be Mark Anarchy and Jeff Cobb. I mean, they tear down the house, even if they're mid card, no matter where they are on like the.
Wait, did you just call Mark Anarchy a mid card?
No, this was way back when. This was way back when.
Mark, I hope
when he
you're
was
not
still
seeing this.
when he was still doing the second favorite theme song, "Hearts on Fire." That one. Yeah,
you
really.
had to sing
Pink
it.
shorts. Pink shorts.
Oh, you
Pink
had
shorts.
to sing it.
I had to sing it.
Had to show us.
But it was like a really just. It was such a long rivalry, but the fans were still into it no matter how long it was. Like it was almost a year, maybe more than that, I believe. This is before Jeff Cobb was, before he became the champion. He was still.
Yeah, they were kind of like they were just getting like they didn't really have a rivalry per se, but it was just like they were getting matched up a lot. Like and like even at the Ranma show, the fans drew them as opponents in a 2 out of 3 falls match. So it was like they were kind of just like getting tied together, and then the more they got tied together, then the more frustrating it became for Mark, and then it kind of developed into that rivalry.
Yeah, it's just one of those long-standing rivalries that stands the test of time, I think. Close second, Richard Hamasaki versus Dog.
The bounty hunter?
No, a dog.
A dog.
A bow wow woof woof, 4 legs, tail dog.
That's the one fight Richard lost.
Yes.
That was bad, Richard. But if he had his leather jacket on, he would have caught that dog in seconds and destroyed it.
But until
PETA would have been on him. Now let's move on to Rock Hard, Rocko Shinoda.
Yeah.
What have been some of your favorite rivalries as a fan, just kind of watching AZW?
Well, I gotta say that I love tag team wrestling, and I really enjoyed the Trendsetters versus Devil Shock.
Yeah, that was a fun feud.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed that feud too. So, we got Akuma. Remember when I used to like pick you up and just bam right into the turnbuckle?
Remember I used to kick in your back really hard?
Oh yeah.
After the snap.
After the snapmare.
After the snapmare.
He kicked me in the back and a bam, I'll be like, that's all you got. Nah. But yeah, I can appreciate that. That was fun. I do, and just like you, I'm a fan of tag team wrestling too. So to me, I thought, like, because after that, like you guys were no longer together as a Society of Rejects.
Right.
The Heat Seekers weren't together anymore. They were gone. So there were no real tag teams. So like I felt like that kind of helped bring back tag team wrestling after it kind of went stagnant for a couple of months after the Rejects broke up, and then kind of put it back on the map. You know what I mean? So and that was like, I think that was like Bobby Bolt was only in it for a while. He just joined too, so that was fun. I thought that was some of my better performances too. And the debut of the orange camouflage pants.
Oh man, I remember you showing us up with those pants.
Rumor has it you've never washed those pants.
No, I've always washed that pants.
No, I never washed my tights.
You could tell who in the team washed the pants because my pants still look nice like the whole time. My pants was good. I always kept it clean.
Arthur, mine still had black stains from Nebulous.
But I had to. Never who? But I had to when I remember when I did that. I had to retire those pants when I did the mud wrestling at the 58th State Fair. I mud wrestled in them, and it was like, ain't no way I'm washing this, and then I threw it out. So that was so. What about you, Jet Akuma? You kind of say your own matches, so you got to be like as a fan watching some of your favorite.
As a fan watching, I would have to say, him and Mark going at it at the beginning of like
when the Rejects broke up.
Yeah, when the Rejects broke up, that was like, you know, when the chemistry sets in, like how me and Bolt had our feud, they had their own little chemistry going on, and it's just like this whole battle where two people know each other so well, and like it just goes over the roof.
You threw a shoe.
You threw a shoe at the man.
And that's the night we won the tag title, so thank you very much, Rocko, for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, man, hey, I'll take it any way I can get it, guys.
Anytime.
If it involves a shoe, hey.
Mark, we've had some, you know what, I got to say one thing about AZW, the team that, like, since we've been around, what, 6 years now. We've had some really good rivalries, and we still have, like, all the years, we still have matches that we haven't even seen yet between people. We still have matches that will be first time ever matches and stuff like that. But yeah, we've had some great rivalries. Like you said, the Rejects rivalry when they broke up and was going at it was real good. It was real good, intense feud, and the crowd really got into it because they picked sides. So it's like, hey, if I'm supporting Rocko, I'm supporting Rocko. I'm supporting Mark. So you know they had real good reactions for that rivalry. And I gotta say another rivalry that people don't really know about, but it happens behind the scenes is Richard Hamasaki and Arthur Pinpin. Talk about that rivalry that goes on backstage between you and Richard, Arthur.
I was hoping you wouldn't bring it up. I mean,
hey, it's in the zone, man. We don't hold back here. We let it go. It's a shoot.
yes.
For all you fans that read the internet and know all these terms, we're gonna shoot on the marks, and we're gonna put people over.
Well, he still kind of rags on me for that Wine Eye show where he tackled Big Dude. You know, I mean, hey, you didn't get the dog. You did not get the dog. I just looked at it. And
I thought you said I got the dog.
I got.
I'm Filipino, and it's just like live up to the stereotype. Go ahead. Good job.
No. Yes. No. I looked. What? No. Not that time. No. I dog whispered it. I dog whispered the dog.
I saw
Did you slip the dog the pink?
now.
Oh,
Did you slip the dog the pink?
That was from last week, huh? No, I did not mess with the lipstick. We do not mess with the lipstick. No.
Is there a rivalry between you and Richard Hamasaki?
Nah, I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, he really is a good guy. I mean,
But honestly,
jacket or no jacket, he's still a pretty good
Yeah,
guy.
but don't you want to be the senior official? Aren't you sick and tired of people referencing him as a senior official when really there's 2-3 refs and so basically, you know what I mean?
Second place.
It's like being permanent second place. Exactly.
Nah, I'm good.
I'm stirring it, man. I'm stirring.
Nah, he's
it
good.
up,
He
man.
does. He does
up the
what
heat.
he has to do. He calls it down the middle too, just like I do. I mean, I learned from him, and I mean, we have like our tiffs every now and then, but I mean, he overall is a good guy. I'm not brown nosing you, no.
Oh, you're rubbing your nose all
No.
over that.
I'll get my own jacket. I'll let him jacket.
Yeah. But are you gonna wear it in 100-degree heat, like he would and has?
Only if Greg Hammer's there and he'll sign it.
You know when we did that fundraiser at
With
Eva
a black
Mackay Middle
Sharpie.
School?
Black Sharpie.
Because Eva is like right on the sun, right?
Yes.
Like, so it's really hot, and it's all concrete, and we're doing a fundraiser for a school. And who's walking around with his leather jacket? Richard Hamasaki. Who's not sweating? Richard Hamasaki. But then again, who's not helping? Richard Hamasaki. Just calling like I see it. And moving on.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Rocko,
Yeah.
for those that don't know, like, and they watch you perform, they watch you do the routines and then the moves and stuff like that. Explain where that comes from, if you don't mind. Like, if you don't mind, kind of divulging to our fans.
Okay.
Where
Sure.
does that all come from? That because some people don't know. Like, they kind of say like they think it's a character. Like, but they don't realize that you genuinely like the shows you talk about.
Oh yeah.
You like the music you come out to and all this kind of stuff. So why don't you talk about the start of
Where it all
that comes
came
from?
out?
Yeah.
Where it all started? If you were
Absolutely.
asking?
Yeah. Go for it, man.
Okay, well, I was booked in the match between Triple Threat, between Nebulous and Sabaki, supposedly. And when I see Nebulous, I seen this horror dude, you know. He's all about horror. I see Sabaki. Sabaki's like, he's all about mystery, you know. He's a mysterious character. And I'm like, you know what? I love musicals, so you know what? I'm just gonna go with it, you know. I started the whole one-man musical thing by that time. It's back in 2008. You know, I say, you know, I like High School Musical. I like, you know, Nickelodeon shows and all that. So I figured why to add it into, you know, Rocko Shinoda.
There you go. See,
Yeah.
people, you don't know that. See, that's right. So you never know where things come up from, right?
Yeah.
Like Jet Akuma, didn't you wear a mask before?
Yes, I did.
And why don't you wear it anymore?
Are you saying that because of, you know?
Hey
how I
man,
look?
I'm not saying anything. If you want to think, I'm saying it. I'm just saying, like, why didn't you wear it anymore for people that don't know why? Didn't you?
No,
you lost
I
it,
did.
right?
Yeah, I lost the mask in a match. It was a mask versus mask against Bobby the Lightning Bolt, and then he got the better of me. I lost my mask. No, I didn't lose it. He just ripped it off my face and took it with him. So I got it stolen from me. But then I went with it. I was like, hey, this is a lot better without the mask. You know?
How's,
like,
yeah, what's the difference?
The difference is your vision. I noticed in your mask, you just like, you have this little tunnel vision. Like, put your ring fingers over your eyes. That's all the vision you get. You gotta literally, like, if you wanna get all the peripherals, you gotta do that. But without it, it's like, you know, you can see everything. A kick coming over here, whoop, miss. And especially the breathing. The breathing is what kills me sometimes in that
Well, brush
match.
your teeth and it won't.
No, because
If you
it's
brush
covered.
your teeth,
Dude, the mouth part
then
is...
when it comes back, you're not smelling the stank. You know what I'm saying? You just
stank.
gargle.
I do brush my teeth. And it's because the mask is covered over my nose and mouth. It covers up the breathing.
Oh, so you're just saying,
you know?
oh, you're talking about you get a hard time to breathe.
Yeah, hard time.
Oh, I thought you meant you get a hard time breathing in your own breath.
Oh, gosh.
Remember, I wrestled him.
It was a green mask.
Yeah, it was a green mask
I
with
don't
the hair.
It didn't start green.
No, it started green.
No.
Don't get it. No.
Well, no, see, people, little known fact. It started off with a silver.
No, that was a different mask.
See, first you had a different mask, right? You had 3 different masks. You had like a red, white, and blue type of mask.
Yeah, it was a blue and white.
Then you had the silver.
Then it was a silver kind of looking thing where people made fun of the little let's not get into that. And it was a green mask.
See, why do you give in to people if they teach you? You should be like, if they go, man, your mask looks corny or stupid. You'd be like, and what?
Yeah, let them tease you.
Yeah. People be like,
People tease me all
you
the
got
time.
orange camouflage pants. And you can't see me. I did that first. Yeah, right? You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta feel comfortable in it.
Exactly.
I just don't know. Because I know I'm better than them. They can tease me all they want. I'm better.
You're better than them?
I'm better.
He's better than them, folks. And you know why he's better? Because he said peripheral.
Peripheral vision.
And he said it, folks. He said it on In the Zone. It's a first, folks. Jet Akuma said peripheral.
I know many more bigger words than that.
All right,
trust
let's hear
me.
it.
Many more bigger words.
Many more bigger words.
Let the
He said
conversation
he knows the
go
words.
on.
He doesn't know how to say it in a sentence,
Yeah,
but he knows the words.
Let the conversation go on, and then I'll
All right, here we
let
go.
you guys.
Let's go. Here's some
I'll
of those big words.
alliterate. See, another big
You
word.
illiterate?
Alliterate.
You're illiterate.
Okay, never mind. Okay, next subject.
Just saying.
That's for you, TKO.
Eat my grammar.
Cajun.
Wow. And you thought we couldn't top last week, folks. We're topping it right now. Jeez, folks. All right. Let's talk about in general, like the big leagues, if you see, and WWE and TNA.
Okay.
As we wind down 2011, and we head into 2012.
There we go.
What are some of your like hopes for those promotions? Because right now they're the main two you kind of see on TV, and whether it's good or bad, I mean sometimes people think that that's how all wrestling should be based on how they see it. What are some of your like wish lists for wrestling in general that you want to see like happen in the new year? What about you, Jet?
Well, for one, WWE. I like what they're going with this whole Triple H and how they're getting out that walkout thing. If that leads on, I really do see a new kind of attitude era coming on. I really kind of do see that. And TNA, bring back the X Division. Come on. It's getting kind of old with all the old guys.
Literally.
Literally.
And thanks for dating this episode. All right, Rocko.
Sorry.
I want to see both promotions stop living in the past. I want to see them try new things, new ideas, you know. One thing that kind of pisses me off the most this past Monday was during the walkout was the whole Beth Phoenix saying, "We're girls." I really don't like that.
Where did that come from? Like Beth Phoenix, who just destroyed, and it's like, why are they crying about unsafe work environment in WWE? Weren't they there when Vince McMahon got blown up in a limousine?
Mm-hmm.
Remember his car blew up,
exactly,
and he died. Mm-hmm. What about when sledgehammers to people's stuff, smashing people's car when The Rock was in it with the NWO, like, but now it's unsafe because what? Yeah, that's what never made sense. It never registered to me, and that everybody left. Like, it would have made sense that some people stick around because if you're a wrestler, right, and you guys walk out on AZW, that spot's opening up for everybody else. Yeah. So all the guys who know more spots, because there were about like 20 guys around that ring that nobody knew who that was.
Yeah.
Like from NXT and from Superstars and all these shows that we don't get on television.
Exactly.
Like, wouldn't they stick around and be like, hey, that spot just opened up? And where was John Cena and where was those guys, you know? So I totally agree. Like, that made no sense to see, like, someone that's been destroying the women, crying about them being unsafe. She could probably beat up half the men if she wanted to.
Exactly. Both divisions in TNA and WWE just not the same anymore, going down. I wanted to go back up. Right now in the Indies, it's going up right now. Yeah. I see it. Shimmer and this coming December, Joshi Mania. See it.
Yeah, I think right now, like, you've seen the independent promotions really stepping up their game, whether it's Ring of Honor, even AZW, Dragon Gate USA, and all these promotions. They're really Chikara. Yeah, they're putting on really quality stuff, and you know, sooner or later, the other promotions are gonna have to take notice, and they're gonna start. But I agree, like, we kind of going past. Everybody's like, I want to see the Attitude Era. The Attitude Era wasn't that great. You know, people forget the thing that made the Attitude Era. The thing that, for me, as a fan, wasn't all the TNA and all this kind of stuff that they were doing. For me, it was that everybody had purpose, though. Everybody was used, at least. Whether it was corny or gimmicky or silly and weird, everybody on the show got used, and everybody got a reaction.
Yes.
Now you watch, nobody gets that kind of reaction. And the ones who do, they don't use them. I mean, you know what I mean? You got Zack Ryder had to almost basically force the crowd, the WWE to push him on TV, and he did that all on his own. You know what I mean? It's like, so for me, like, when I watch that, I'm like, stop. Yeah, like, I'm totally with Rock on this one. Like, stop living in the past. You got to look forward. You can look at the past for ideas and say, okay, that's what worked. Let's tweak it. Let's make it relevant to today. Yeah. Like, they brought the IC title back, the old IC, and that's a good start. Like, they're not saying that we're gonna make everything like how it used to be, but we're gonna show you, like, we respect the past, but now we got to move forward, and that's what I like what they're doing with Cody Rhodes and stuff like that.
Cody Rhodes is doing good right now.
And please, I don't want to see another NWO revival. Yeah, because I keep hearing it right now.
That's the rumor, right? That it's gonna be an NWO, and I'm like,
oh, Truth and Nash.
The 18th time.
I was thinking, it didn't work the first 20 times, guys. It's not gonna work now. Stop.
Not gonna work ever.
You know, it's like, and then like, and one thing like I hope that changes is like the length of matches. Like, these 2 to 3 minute matches are killing credibility in wrestling because you cannot really do anything. I mean, so you get the WWE style of wrestling that people are kind of getting force fed. So like, when you get something like Sin Cara doing their thing, the crowd doesn't know how to react because they're not used to seeing that, because it's like, oh wait, that's not how they're doing what is this going on? They're doing actual lucha moves and stuff. Then they got to do that. Okay, now we got to slow it down because the fans want to see WWE style wrestling, and it's like, you got to give them something different. It's like when you go to a restaurant, you like looking at the menu and having options. You don't want to go to a restaurant and go, we only serve steak here. It's like, after a while, you're gonna get sick of steak, right? Even if you present steak on a trash can lid, no matter how good that steak is, if it's on a trash can, its presentation is still gonna look, ugh, I don't want to eat that. That's right, folks. That's an analogy from my peripheral. But now, yeah. So, Arthur, I totally took your time. Go ahead.
No, it's excellent use of simile, which is when they use like or as in the analogy, as opposed to a metaphor. I'm glad that you touched on it, DDB. That there should be more wrestling and less self-promotion, because I remember seeing something on the interwebternet that there, in an average 2-hour WWE show, there's only 20 minutes of wrestling. I was like, no. So I tried it. I used a stopwatch, and it's true. There's only like 20, 22 minutes. And I think nowadays it's probably less. I mean, since we've already dated the show, this past Monday with the walkout, it reminded me more of a union meeting, you know, with the foreman talking about his gripes and grievances. And I was watching it with my girlfriend, and she was the first one to point out, wow, this sounds like a union meeting, and it's just really just.
Which are pointless, right?
Yeah, well, no offense to any of the Teamsters out there, good job, but I mean it should not be on TV. I mean you guys don't do it on TV, so the WWE should not do it on TV, because I lost it. It was an okay like 12-man tag match, but again it was more just just two people in the ring.
Yeah.
Everyone just sandbagging.
Yeah, and you've watched a 12-man tag match. Like that was 25 minutes. So that was like, wow, that was awesome. Like that was the biggest shock to me on that whole show. But you watch the reaction in that match to certain people, like how the reaction was. Then you go back and watch like a 10-man tag from 2000 where you had the Radicals and DX versus The Rock, Mick Foley, and Too Cool. Like a mid-card tag team, as people would call them, a mid-carder team or whatever, with Rikishi. And watch that match. Search it, people, and watch that match. And listen to the crowd in that match. Everybody got reactions equivalent to Hulk Hogan, Rock, Stone Cold reactions, including Too Cool. So if you watch that match and compare that match to this match, and that was towards the end of the Attitude Era. Like the Attitude Era, the thing that brought in was that short matches. We can thank the Attitude Era for that, because everybody thought that we had short attention spans, so we could only handle 3 minutes of wrestling. And I'm like, and that's what sucks about TNA is like that's their opportunity to present something different, more matches, better wrestling, and they don't. So that's why we're stuck with AZW. Every Tuesday night.
AZW. Make DDB the booker, guys.
Absolutely, man.
Big two.
Or use some of the AZW talent, guys. Come on, give something different. You guys, X Division guys, right here, Rocko and Jet Akuma. They'll show you how it's done in the X Division. You need a good ref
I'll
right
call
here,
it
man.
down the middle.
Absolutely.
No whistle necessary.
Dixie Carter, give me a call. I'll save your company. I really will. I'll really save your company. Trust me.
Twitter him.
Exactly.
Twitter me.
Yeah.
Tweet me. Tweet me.
Tweet
me. But anyway, I want to thank you guys. Real good discussion here, guys. From my peripheral, from what I can see, we did a good job. So on behalf of Jet Akuma, Rocko Shinoda, and Arthur Pinpin, I'm DDB, saying thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting Action Zone Wrestling. Tune in every Tuesdays and Fridays for AZW, and we're gone.
AZW, 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 AZW.